Hey, everybody. That's my favorite intro now. Welcome into Beer, Bourbon, and Baseball. I'm your host, Mike Kurland. You can follow me on Twitter at Mike_Kurland. And tonight, it is just a crazy season, just a lot going on. And we're just here to have a few drinks and talk baseball. Mike, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
As Mike says, hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I got good old Bland's tonight.
You're going with good stuff tonight.
Love Bland's. I give it a 10.1. That is the first drink that has reached double digits.
That is, the fact that it's not perfect really upsets me.
No, there's no such thing as a perfect drink.
Yeah, but it's damn close. And I'm drinking Reef Donkey. I got it based on the name. It's Tampa. It's out of Tampa Bay, and I try to drink local. I'm from Florida, so that's what we're drinking tonight. And before we get into again, we're just talking news, notes, fantasy fallout from it all. Obviously, peep the shirt. Gotta represent. Anyway, we're gonna play Shot in the Dark. And for those who might be new followers and listeners, Mike's wearing the shirt tonight. You can obviously find those. I forget where the store is at. I'm really bad at marketing. Anyway, Shot in the Dark. So what it is, we're going to get right into it because it's a drinking game and I want to drink. But before, cheers, Mike.
Yeah. You're just like all over the place already.
Oh, I'm ready to drink because
you and me both, my man.
Well, this has been a crazy start to the year. So, I'll ask you afterwards. Let's play the game first. So, Shot in the Dark, what it is, for those who might be new followers, new listeners, new anything. First off, thank you for joining us. I'm wearing my hat, wishing them luck. Obviously, the Marlins are not, for those who aren't watching live, the Marlins aren't, they're going through the COVID stuff. But Shot in the Dark, I'm on my tangents already. It's a trivia game. I give Mike 5 clues about a pitcher from hardest to easiest. Sometimes it ranges in between. Every round, you get a guess. If you guess it before Mike, he has to take a shot. If Mike just doesn't guess it at the end, he has to take a shot anyway. You get 5 clues and a guess per round.
Yes,
and
sir.
Then he changes it back to me. I don't take shots. I just chug a beer. So without further ado, I guess Mike, I'll go first because I'm going to be straight up honest. I did not prep for this. I'm winging it.
All
so
right.
First clue, he is the ace for his respective team.
Danny Duffy.
No.
Damn.
Clue number 2, because we're not getting any guesses right now. No, we're not. Okay. Clue number 2. So first one is he's his ace for his respective team. Number 2, he's in the NL or AL Central. So you were in the right division, wrong team.
Wait. Say that one more time.
He's in the AL Central and he's the ace for his team. I'm giving it away.
He's the ace for his team.
No.
Matt Boyd.
Yes, that was too easy.
That was the easiest thing ever.
I told you I was gonna see. I'll come up with another one. You go.
No. I want out the drink. All right, I'll go with mine. I'll go with mine since I actually prepare for these podcasts. I'm like you. All right.
I prepared the notes.
You ready?
Game.
All right, I'm talking 2020 stats for this one.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a
highest average exit velocity this year against fastballs.
Ooh, Kyle Lewis.
No. Not even close. All right.
Shut up.
Has an xWOBA of 1.091 against fastballs in 2020.
You think
the person in second had like a 0.7 something.
You think I look any of this up? Someone who's crushing fastballs. Yes. Someone's crushing the ball in general right now. Nelson Cruz.
No.
Oh,
next clue. No, wait.
Not Stan.
And that is correct. It is Stan.
Dang it. I wasn't going to guess Stan. I didn't think you'd get that cute. God, I hate you.
And now you have to chug. And now we're going to get to hear you burp for 5 straight minutes.
Yeah, it works. It goes from beer, bourbon, baseball to beer, burping, baseball. Can I give you another one? I feel I'm terrible. Another glass? No. Yeah, for those who might not know why he's commenting, Brent won one of our glasses last week. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm not that drunk yet. I was drunk. I was just giving away like Oprah.
Let's get to the giveaway real quick.
You have a giveaway. That's right. You do have a giveaway. So go ahead and explain the giveaway.
All right. So for this entire episode, I'm just going to trust that no one's going to cheat. I'm sure somebody's going to because everybody does. But
not Marty.
Marty. As long as you get it right throughout the show at some point, whoever gets it right first, we're going to give away SP Streamer membership, which means you get Discord chat, Draft kit, even though you probably won't need any more. Live MMA, streaming advice, really awesome community. We're building it up.
You get to hang out with me.
Like we get more and more people every week now, which is pretty awesome. So this is the question. If no one gets it in like 10, 15 minutes, I'll ask it again. Without looking, who had the third highest swing strike percentage in 2017? That is the question.
Clayton Kershaw. All right, let's move on.
It's not Clayton Kershaw.
Okay, I just had to get one guess in there.
All right, so we'll move on. We'll see if anyone can guess it as we go.
So speaking of streamers, how's that going, buddy?
So I picked Lindblom today, and he was doing okay. He had 5 Ks through 3 innings. I got into a little bit of trouble, but he got injured. So that makes another streaming loss for me. We're not doing so great. We got Kyle Gibson later, so maybe he'll break the losing streak. But, I mean, I kind of said it on my short podcast this morning. My ratios aren't bad. I mean, now it is not Severino. Now it is around – I have like a 4 ERA. Not great, but not horrible. And I just don't have a win. But I know I've seen some other people in the industry stream as well. And literally nobody's doing good. So I really don't feel that bad. It's just really difficult. And you know what it is too, real quick before we go, Mike.
Okay. Keep talking.
Last year as well, the
minutes.
first entire month of last year, I went 500 and I was like absolutely atrocious. I just think the beginning of the year is extremely tough.
It's volatile, especially in a short year where these pitchers are going to be limited. But Is there anything are you noticing any trends, or are there any names becoming more interesting? And what are your parameters? Some people listening might not know your parameters and how you come up with it.
So a lot of people think I shouldn't have done it for this year, but I'm trying not to stray from what I typically do. And so the parameters are the pitcher has to go 5 innings. He has to give you a chance to get a win. And if he doesn't go 5 innings, then it's automatic loss. So that's where I'm getting hit up because my pitchers are pitching well, but no one's hit 5 innings yet. Other pitchers have, obviously, but the ones I pick just can't seem to get there for some reason. So if it's not 5 innings, that's a loss. I want their ERA to be 4.50 or lower, which basically means quality start. If it is a little higher, like say someone goes 5 innings, 3 earned, I want a bunch of Ks. I want like 7, 8 Ks, and then that'll be considered a win. So it's a little, dependent on what happens, but that's kind of like what I'm looking for when I decide if it's a win or loss. I'm actually contemplating getting rid of it next year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might just go off ratios because
at the end of the day, you can get good Ks ratios. Wins are fluky.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if I give you 180 innings with a 3.60 ERA, I mean, that's amazing. So
but unless it's coming with K per inning, it's just empty ratios. You might as well just draft Greinke.
Yeah, but what? No, but I'm streaming Greinke.
You're streaming Greinke. Yeah. Anyway,
why draft Greinke when you can get him for free then?
Well, no, you're not doing a sub 3 ERA or a low 3. Although Greinke started off slow, but we've seen Greinke go through his bouts. But if you follow my hitter streamers, you would know because I get like 2 likes per thing. I'm just putting it out there. I do them as well. I've been doing for the hitter side of things, and every day lately I pick 3 to 4, and I've been getting 1 home run a day the last couple of days. Tonight I had Jonathan Scope. Scope hit a home run tonight, so that's a win. Travis Shaw didn't play. I haven't checked on Justin Smoke, but I don't think he's doing well because they only have 2 runs and it wasn't by him. So 1 for 2 tonight. One guy's like an NA because he didn't play because he's done with the family emergency. But yeah, I'm doing hitter streamers. Another part is we just don't have the data. We're trying to do this daily based on previous season's stats, matchups, and we're trying to just play the best we can. And I'm having more success than Mike is on his side. It's a little easier, I think, for hitters to start the year because pitchers are not pitching well. So obviously hitters are hitting well. And it is what it is. I use the under 20% mark in Yahoo leagues to kind of pick guys that way I have a tougher job to do. Because I've noticed between 30 and 20%, that little 10% range, that means last week I would have been able to get Brian Anderson and other names like that are solid top 200 guys that were just on the waiver wire in too many leagues. So I didn't want to – I felt like that was cheap, so I went a little lower. So let's see, like Kyle Lewis, big guy. I didn't stream him at all against the Astros, and now he's overowned. And he's a guy that everyone who knows me, follows me, knows I love him. I learned how to edit videos to put one together of his 2 home runs. Like I went through all the effort just so I could do that. No one cares. Let's talk some fantasy baseball. And there is so much going on. I don't even know where to go. I got notes over here, notes over there. Let's start with some of the bigger news. We have Mikolas that's out for the season. We have also he's a drop, obviously. We have Alex Wood, who is on the IL. What do you? We have Verlander on the IL and Kluber 45-day IL. We'll just say cut Kluber, correct?
I would cut all of them.
And we have another guest, Colin Moran.
No, it's a pitcher. My thing's a pitcher. He's just saying Colin Moran's been going crazy.
I was thinking Colin McHugh for some reason. I saw Colin McHugh. I was like, Colin Moran, definitely a hitter. Maybe I've been drinking too much already.
That's not a guess.
I looked into him. By the way, I did look. Yeah, that's not a guess, Brent. I know. I did look into Colin Moran today a little bit because somebody brought him up because I posted that Hosmer take where
I liked him last year.
I was looking at the Moran. I'm like, well, maybe he made it because I looked at the Hosmer today. I saw his launch angle. And from there, I went to watch a video, and then you were actually kind of like, hey, Ajetto did a breakdown on this. So I linked it in that stream. The tweet kind of took off today, so I linked his. So if you haven't checked out the article, go check it out. It's on that. It's pinned in my profile, the tweet, and you can find his articles about Hosmer and his swing change. But then I went through that, kind of took me down this little rabbit hole. Someone asked about Moran, and I didn't see anything. The swing looks the same. The everything. It's too early to see the other stats. The plate discipline and stuff. He's a little more aggressive right now, but maybe it's because he's seeing the ball well. Could be hitting just really well. So I'm not really huge on him right now, but yeah. Oh, and great Hosmer break. Yeah, it was a very simple one. I just happened to catch it, and again, there's actually a full article on it by Mikey Ajetto of Pitcher List that I linked in that thread. So go check it out if you're interested in that. But getting back to injuries, sorry, because that took us all off track. So I would say Kluber's obviously a drop. Alex Wood, are you dropping him if you don't have an IL spot?
Yes.
Or is he?
See, here's the problem: is I want to because he's injury prone, and what's the point in such a shortened season? And even if he comes back, I feel like he's still going to be babied. The problem is this just the Dodgers trying to manipulate stuff? I mean, it's like impossible to tell. I don't know. I mean, I obviously stash him on the IL if you have a spot, but otherwise, if you're trying, I wouldn't be holding him, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I would definitely. He's a drop for me as well. Mike, the doctor, says hi. So of course, hey Mike, what's up? Always dropping in. Folty DFA'd. So I made this snarky tweet that got like 85 likes. I was laughing about it with you off the air because I was like, okay, when I don't try, I get likes, but when I try, I get like 2 or 3. It's awesome. But it was about him just like he got DFA'd right after the game, and I'm like, oh, cool. Like that's random. But then you look at him, and now I'm wondering if he's actually like sick or not. Like you saw how skinny he is. People were pointing out all over Twitter.
Yeah.
All the pictures.
There's some kind of underlying issue there, without a doubt.
Maybe like it could be anywhere, and I'm not judging him or anything. I'm just trying to get the idea. Maybe it's like depression, anxiety. Maybe it's a substance abuse problem, an eating disorder. We don't know. But you don't go from throwing like mid-90s to 89 and looking withdrawn like that by accident. That's like a legit something might be going on there. Maybe that's why they DFA'd him. Maybe they tried to get him the help he needed and he just refused. Stuff like that. You don't know. Like we're all sitting there. Everyone wants to blame the Braves that they didn't help him. But we don't know what happened behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on.
Right. Exactly.
And obviously he's a drop in fantasy, but do you think people are saying Boston ends up with him? Do you think he gets signed, or do you think people almost wait and see? Teams are going to talk to the Braves like, hey, why'd you just DFA this guy?
Yeah, there's going to be an underlying issue. I'm assuming and hoping we'll find out, but I don't know. If someone else signs him and he pitches for them, then it'll be extremely baffling as to what happened with the Braves because, kind of like, it doesn't make sense. Just send him down then and try and get him back on track. Like, why just DFA him, So that's why, if there isn't an underlying issue, that's a very baffling move. But I'm assuming there definitely is.
And I know this wasn't on the outline, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Was there any pitchers, good or bad, that may have stood out? Maybe one that pitched today, 6 innings, 9 Ks.
All right, so let's talk about this because we know it's going to come up. Aaron Savali obviously pitched a gem today. He went to his breaking balls a ton. He didn't throw his sinker at all, essentially, which I like.
It induced a ton of weak contact, last year. But I've been telling you, if there
But
was
it wasn't a strikeout pitch. That's
no,
why.
you're right. The
Yeah,
curveball,
yeah, no, I
always
know.
thought the curveball can be
So I'm
good.
saying that's why I was very skeptical, because I didn't think the strikeouts were coming, because his most thrown pitch had like a 2% swing strike percentage, and it was brutal. And then out of nowhere, which I guess good call by you, Mike, he literally just ditched it today. He threw 2 of them, I think. Threw some four seams, so he's just throwing his breaking stuff. He threw a ton of cutters. So it's definitely interesting. And what Mike's thinking was, and it's probably smart, is they're the Indians. They know what to do with these pitchers.
They
And
develop pitchers well.
apparently they're doing something with him. And
look what they did with Bieber. That was always my thing. Look what they did with Bieber. Just look, they took a guy
yeah,
very similar
absolutely.
profile. His profile was better coming up, but it was very similar as far as induced weak contact. Didn't really have like a lot of strikeout ability. Let's be honest though. We look at the White Sox, and the White Sox have a lot of K potential. They have on base guys like Edwin, and they have Grandal, but then they have Tim Anderson, who the home run he hit today was a ball that wasn't even in the zone, because that's very Tim Anderson like. And then so stuff like that. So this team can't strike out a lot, but the thing is, what impressed me about this outing wasn't just that obviously the pitch mix obviously changed. There was a obvious attempt to get more Ks or swings and misses, but it was against a team that was coming in hot. The White Sox have been hitting. It wasn't like they were stagnant, like the Indians have been kind of stagnant here and there.
Mm-hmm.
The White Sox have been hitting. And to come in and kind of just dominate them for, lack of a better term, there was times where he gave up some concerning things like the bases loaded. But if you watch how the bases got loaded, it was when Edwin gets an infield hit, there's a problem.
Yeah,
Robert
100%.
And Robert's speed saved him, because although Robert did chase that pitch a little bit, Robert's obviously known to be a little aggressive. So him chasing the pitch didn't surprise me, but he beat out what would have been a double play on like 99% of the league. So that got extended a little bit. But like I said, it all goes back to Indians' development on pitchers. And that was my big argument. And I saw a pitch mix. I felt like there was one coming. You can't, that's a gut feeling. That's like, there's no tangible, like, oh, I knew that was coming. I can't say I did, but it was just betting on the Indians to do what they do with pitchers. That's all it was. Yeah. And so far, one start, it's a premature victory lap, of course. I'm not even because I'm also the same guy that was high on Giolito. So for every win, there's a loss. I tweeted that actually, because somebody actually tagged me in something to like victory lap for me. And I was like, well, I appreciate that, but for every win, there's a loss, because we'll see. Because if Savali hits and he's this year's Bieber or whatever, but then Giolito tanks, it's kind of like, well, it ends up breaking in the middle. So I'm not, obviously it's one start, but I had to bring it up because obviously you and I, anybody who's followed us for a while now, know you and I have gone back and forth on Savali multiple times. And right now I'm winning. Isn't there a Jersey somewhere in one of these bets?
Well, they all got ruined with the short season because we had minimum innings.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the other side though. How about Dylan Cease? Can I share my screen here, Mike?
I guess you could, right? I don't know how it works. I'm supposed to know these things. I know I can share mine. I don't see your screen popping up here.
Hold on.
You're supposed to be. You're over here doing this on the fly. You didn't tell me you wanted to share your screen.
No. Don't worry. We got this.
I'm gonna buy the dead air. Oh, well, until you figure that out, we have Marty.
No, it's there. It's right there. Click it.
Wait. Well, hold on. We have Marty told me.
Right.
I have lost Verlander and Kluber. Is Tyler Mahle worth a shot in a 15-team league? I think Desclafani sounds like he's coming back. I think it's a one.
Yeah, with that, and Mahle didn't really look any different today, honestly. It didn't look like he had an improved breaking ball or anything special. So I would see. I don't know what else is out there. If there's literally nothing else, I guess you could take a shot. But I'd probably try and look out for.
Yeah, throw some names and we'll talk about it. 15-teamers are tough. We playing them. So go ahead, Dylan Cease. What were you saying?
All right, yeah. So I don't know if you guys could see this great. But for those who aren't watching the video, it's basically just a plot of what Cease did today, and it is not good. It
looks like someone took a bag of marbles, put them on the floor, and just let them roll everywhere.
So I pretty much watched this entire start too, and Cease was everywhere. As you can see, he has curveballs way above the zone, way below the zone. He was hitting the dirt like 5 feet before the hitters. His four seams he's trying to put up in the zone, and it was funny because he tried doing this a lot last year, and he didn't have the command for it. He was going way above the zone at what you can see here, or leaving in the middle, and in spring training, what I liked about him was he started going low with it. And I don't know why he didn't do it here. It could be some kind of game plan or something, but he tried to go up in the zone again. It was extremely wild. Hitters were all over it. And again, his command was just, this stuff looks good. Like when his curveball is on, it breaks really well. And the fastball is, he throws fast. So it's actually really frustrating to see. I don't know if maybe this will get better. It's something we have to watch. But honestly, if we're in start 3 and it's looking like this plot still, I'm dumping them.
I can't say I blame you. And I recommended to dump him now. Like someone asked me what I felt about him. I was like, he's a streamer. He's a streamer for me right now.
Yeah.
Because unless he's facing Kansas City or Detroit, are you really trusting him? Are you going to put him up against the Indians again? No. You're not going to put him up against the Twins. It becomes a point where it's like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's a tough thing to go about. So
before we move on, let's go back to the question, the giveaway. So we're trying to do a giveaway for the SB Streamer membership. We said this question probably about 10 minutes ago. So far, no one's guessed. First one to guess it throughout the show gets a free membership. If you already have one,
give it away.
You can guess for fun. Yeah, or you can give it away. There you go. So the question is,
I'm the king of giving stuff away. Just give it away.
So the question is, who had the third highest swing strike percentage in 2017?
And we hope you don't cheat, but if you do,
and please don't cheat. But try and take a guess. If you get it, then you get into our awesome Discord chat and some other cool stuff.
So you get to talk to me all the time because, I'm always.
Yeah, that might not be appealing. It is not Corey Kluber.
Well, that was a good guess, though.
Corey Kluber was actually number 1 with 15.6%.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
His massive lack of control is what kept me away in 15s. He needed to improve too much team start. That's what the dust mite says.
I get it. I can see it. But
that's about. Let's make sure we specify for those listening that he's referring to Cease.
Yeah, so. Which I get. And again, the only thing I saw was it is not Darvish. The only thing I saw was what he was doing in spring training. I guess I shouldn't have put too much into that, but that's what kind of got me a little excited. Darvish finished 13th that year, by the way.
So I got to ask you, do you buy into Eric Hosmer? I don't know. I know you're not a hitter guy, but do you have any shares? Do you buy into him? These changes?
You know what it is? I feel like he's if he is out there, it's not like
he's barely
he's not like you're targeting him really.
He's not really available either, though.
I feel like a lot of people took him at the end of drafts, which makes sense because why not take a shot? It's early. We got to kind of see,
No, but I'm saying that because, again, tangible change. Like, if you're seeing some of this production changing a little bit, like, are you more likely to buy in? Like, if you own him, you definitely have to be encouraged by this for sure.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's just a matter of he made this change, so let's see what he does with it now. Let's see, if he actually does improve.
Well, and this is my shameless plug. My boy, JD Davis, finally got one to go over the fence between the one that came up short, but they keep calling it robbed. And then last night I watched JD Davis clear, like what would have been the stadium, it feels like, just foul. And now JD Davis got Taco tonight. Follow up on the previous question from Marty about his replacements. Pitchers available are Freeland, Molly, Waka, and Eflin. It's sad, but I think Waka is and Freeland. I guess.
Yeah, Waka's changeup did look really good at times.
Always good though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always amazing. Come
on.
I have this weird thing with Freeland.
Is it? Well,
I don't know what it is. For some reason, he pulls me in. Obviously, not in cores, but I feel like Waka's the safest pick here. I would probably go with him.
I'm trying to think if there's any deeper names. There's I wish there was a way that Howard or Pearson.
If Spencer Turnbull's out there, you obviously got to take him.
Well, yeah, but he's not. He's too. This is 15 teams, so it's a lot tougher. You're not getting these. you're not getting household names. Would you be looking to stash maybe a Casey Mize or Forrest Whitley right now, maybe, or
The Tigers are like dying for pitchers, and I really feel like once that week is up, how could they not call any of these guys up?
Mize, Manning, those guys.
They have to call someone or Scooble. Someone's going to be called up. The question is who. But yeah, if you have room to stash, I'm definitely stashing one of them.
Bowser just hit a home run. He was finally due for one. That Twins team is mashing. Sorry, I'm watching 2 games right here on my screen.
It's all right. The Mets are pulling Peterson as we speak, and so he's going to finish his day at 5.2 innings with 2 earned run. Pretty good debut.
He would have been a streamer. Way to go. Way to screw that one up.
Actually, they didn't announce it till freaking today, officially, really, or late last night.
And we need to talk about that because we're trying to do streamers. Both of us are trying to do streamers ahead of time. And here it is. Waka, it is. Thanks, guys. I agree, Gore over Mize.
Yeah, I agree.
My thing is in 15 teamers, I think he's already owned. Like that's the thing. He's really owned in these formats already. And I didn't want to throw him out there. I guess I should have just for like people listening, I guess. But I just think that he's owned in so many of these leagues. I didn't want to bring him up because when I think of stash, it's people that were already owned in 15 teamers because I play in quite a few. You have Howard, Pearson, and Gore all owned, all of them. Casey Mize is fringe. That's why I mentioned Mize. Mm-hmm. But he already like Marty already says he already got Turnbull, Michael. He even used
smart. Oh, so you got the 2020 Cy Young winner. Smart man.
You didn't pick him as your streamer. Way to go.
I know.
All right, let's get back to some of this.
That killed me.
I know it's depressing, but Ken Giles injury, another just arm falling off.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that. So let's just discuss some of these relief pitchers available. We have Anthony Bass, we have Trevor Gott, we have Taylor Williams, Nick Birdie, Greg Holland. 5 names off the waiver wire, all of which got saves for their team recently. So save replacements. Do you have a preference here? Is there a way you'd rank them? Because I kind of wrote them how I'd rank them, I think. But I'm going to switch it up a little bit.
Well, I mean, I kind of, like I said to you off there, they put Crick on the IL, so Birdie's probably going to get the shot there. Problem is how many wins are they going to get?
Well, not even just how many wins, but how long until Kello's back. I'm honestly asking. I don't know. I don't know if he's close or not. But when he comes back, he's obviously the guy.
Yeah. I know you like Bass of the group, right? Or you like Gott?
I like Bass because he was named the closer and closed yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bass probably too. I feel like he's probably I feel like Bass probably gonna get the most opportunity.
And then Trevor Gott. He had 2 over the weekend, I think, is what it was. So because of that, I'm just like, well, even on a bad team, he's the guy. So give me Bass, give me Gott, and then kind of. I don't want anything to do with Greg Holland because I feel like we've seen that show before and it never ends well. It's a cliffhanger and it's just like there's a bad thing about to happen at the very end. But yeah, it's just I don't know because I feel like there's Rosenthal there. I honestly think that what's his face isn't the guy. Kennedy's not the guy. I think and that's why I was fading him. I didn't trust it, and I'm glad it worked out for me. But I feel bad because people invested in him. But I think Greg Holland is going to get some opportunities. I mean, he did, but it was extra innings. We don't know how much of that's going to hold true in a tight game. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of mixed it up. And then Nick Birdie, actually, Nick Birdie would be my third because I think he's the best for K's, and their team's a little better than the Mariners. But Taylor Williams got the save for the Mariners, and again, a guy that's going to get full-time opportunities on a bad team even before. I mean, I'm sure he'll get traded. I think there's value in all these guys, but I think it's clearly Bass and Gott, and then the rest.
Yeah,
it's kind of
I'm with you on that.
So now I gotta ask. Now I have to ask Pearson and Howard. They're both slated to start this week. I don't know but actually with the Phillies, I don't know.
Howard's not anymore. They pulled him back.
I thought they might have.
Yeah, they said that he's not starting this weekend anymore.
Oh yeah, he just said it. I missed that news, and it's because I've been prepping for the show. And I thought that was the case though. As soon as I heard the Phillies weren't pitching this week, I'm like, yeah, that sucks because I definitely started him in a couple weekly leagues, but that's why you have to play daily, I guess. But Pearson's slated to start Wednesday. What are your expectations for Wednesday and then for the rest of the season? Like, what do you honestly think you can get out of him?
So I mean, I'm not the biggest, as you know, I'm not like the biggest prospect guy there is. But from what I've read and all that kind of stuff, I mean, obviously the guy throws ridiculous heat. Tomorrow he's at home against the Nationals, which I like. Any pitcher at home is obviously better. I don't think the Nationals have really been that good, honestly. Their offense. So I think it's a decent way to place to start, and he's going to get a ton of Ks. I think it's just a matter of what his earned runs are going to be, and I feel like he's definitely. If I were to guess, I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of struggle at times. Obviously, there usually is with rookies, but the upside is there. I mean, how can you ignore it? So, yeah.
Well, right now,
I don't really know what the question was.
in today's pitching landscape, you know that you need to take a shot on these ace upside guys because what's really out there right now? You know what I mean? Like, if you're lucky, Spencer Turnbull.
Yeah.
But right now, as far as the wire goes, these guys offer the most upside for what's available, and it's kind of an easy. Like I tweeted, I was like, straight up honest, like take these guys, get Howard, get Pearson on your teams. There's like zero question in my mind. Make room for them. Even like I would try to for them. I would try to push for them as shallow as 10-teamers. It's just hard because 10-teamers are usually loaded. But we have a bunch of injuries. So mentioned. Oh, Verlander. I never asked you. Would you drop Verlander, or would you obviously, if you have an IL spot, you stash him? But we don't know how long he is out, and then when he comes back, it's going to take time to ramp up. There could be setbacks. You would just cut him.
He's done. After word of him trying to fix his redo his mechanics and all that crap, and then forget about it. And he's freaking 40. I'm not touching him.
Well, no crap, you're not touching him, but are you stashing him if you have him? If you don't have an aisle spot, would you stash him or would you trash him?
Oh, I'd trash him.
Sorry, I had to make it rhyme. It just made sense.
I mean, unless you want to try and trade him for someone who, for some odd reason, wants him, then go for it. But
is there anybody that you're dropping right now already off of a bad start or like guys? You haven't made any decisions. Like, well, there's definitely hitters I would drop right now. I love this. I love this. Nothing wrong with 40.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We're not there yet, Mike.
Sorry about that, Doc.
We're 30, buddy. We have 10 years to go. We're getting there. And oh crap, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. He's just talking. Here you go. Kennedy and Nick Anderson both used the middle innings to put out fires. Yeah, I told you. I've been saying not Kennedy. I told you I wasn't really that. I didn't expect this out of Kennedy, but I expected some more multi-inning stuff. But Nick Anderson, we all kind of like anybody who talked about mentioned this was a possibility. He was going to be a Josh Hader type. I never said he was. When I took him in leagues, it was as my second partial closer. Like I knew I needed to get saves from a third guy, or pair him with a Castillo or Alvarado, because I think Castillo or Alvarado are going to lead this team in saves.
Yep.
I didn't expect Nick Anderson to get a couple, but it looks like he might not get any. He might just be in line for straight wins and great ratios and Ks because he's not being utilized even close to the ninth inning right now.
Totally agree.
Well, yeah, because I'm right. Sorry, I couldn't help it. And then this is actually a great question. Cut Ohtani for Pearson.
This is tough.
I'm doing it. I'm cutting him. Did you see somebody tweeted his matchups? Somebody tweeted Ohtani's matchups.
What is it?
No, I'd have to find them. Someone tweeted them though, and basically there's only two. One's against Seattle, which you're hoping his stuff is right for, because again we're talking about a year after. I know I can see you're looking it up. I can just look in your eyes.
Yep.
There's a year. He's a year removed from TJ, and when you have Tommy John, what's the first thing what's the thing that takes the longest to come back? Control. What did he struggle with? What did he? I know you're sorry. I shouldn't be waiting for answers.
No, that's fine.
What did he struggle with in his first outing? Control. I don't see. And then now he's pitching once a week. He's on a short leash. He only pitched getting pulled.
So here's his schedule. So he pitches every Sunday.
Yes. So it's once a week.
Next month he's got the Astros.
Yep.
Rangers.
That's right.
Rangers. Dodgers.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Then he's got the Mariners. And
I think
then
you answered the question already, because now
and then he's got Astros again. Then he's in Colorado. Then he's got the Rangers, and then he's in LA.
I told you
that is a brutal schedule. to
And here's the thing: it's only if Ohtani's strictly a pitcher. If he's a two-way player, you don't cut him because his bat will still be valuable.
That is
strictly the pitcher. Like Yahoo leagues have him as strictly as a pitcher. I have him in a league, 12-team league. 90% owned. Guess who's dropping them like today? Or I forgot to drop them the other day, but I'm dropping them.
No,
Like,
you don't drop him. You trade him.
Nobody wants him. Who's dumb enough to
People
take
will
him?
want him. People will want him.
Tyler O'Neill just hit a bomb off Homer Bailey to center field. Sorry, person watching baseball in the background.
Too busy watching the Mets.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Sorry, but they're winning. Whatever.
Well, I would be bragging about the Marlins, but half our team isn't playing, and then not only actually no, our whole team isn't playing. I lied. Our whole team's not playing for a week.
All right, let's ask the question again, since no one has freaking got this yet.
Well, nobody wants your membership, Mike.
Yeah, everybody wants it. People are guessing. All right.
Go with the glass.
Question again. If you get this right without cheating or hoping you don't cheat, you get a SP Streamer membership for a year, which means you get Discord chat, all that cool stuff. If you already have it, you can give it away. Who had the third highest swing strike percentage in 2017? No one has gotten it right, so let's see if someone can get it. Do you know, Mike?
Carrasco.
It is not Carrasco. Carrasco was number 8.
Hey, at least I get somebody in the top 10. I'll take it. Hey, look, he tried to trade Ohtani SP. Nobody wants him because they're smart.
Wait and hope is not Severino either. So wait and hope that what's it called? Hope that he throws a really good game his next time out and then get rid of him.
Or just do what I do and get rid of him. I don't wait, dude. It's a short season. You know what? Let me ask you some strategy stuff. Because I know
Severino was 11, by the way.
I'm planning a podcast after this episode, so I'm gonna be double dipping, getting into some stuff, probably twice. It's fine, but I'm gonna ask you some stuff. Were there any notable early season standouts that you can think of off the top of your head that really caught your attention? Somebody you put on your watch list, maybe, or just a picture that you're like, you know what? Like Alec Mills tonight, he really showed out. I can't say really showed out, but he kind of pitched well. Maybe that piques your interest. You're definitely watching him going forward, type of thing as a streamer, anything like that. Again, I know this is just off the cuff. I know I didn't ask you to prep for this.
No, that's fine. So I don't want to say it because I don't want to. I mean, Matt was pretty right about him. Tyler Chatwood is rather interesting right now. He was pretty big a couple of years ago. I felt like a lot of people liked him.
I remember.
And I kind of want to see what he does going forward. He had a ton of Ks, pitched really well. I have to give it to Matt Williams. He totally called it before the start. So he's someone I'm watching. If Stripling is still somehow out there, obviously Stripling. Zach Godley was really interesting, I have to say. He came in long relief, and I think he had 7 Ks in 4 innings and just straight up dominated.
It was 2018. He just had that crazy breakout year, and it was just complete crap.
Yeah. Chris Bassett, who I've talked about in the past, pitched really well his first outing too. I mean, he got to have a little bit of a jam, but he looked pretty good. His curveball made Trout look like he has never played baseball before, which is tough to do. Yeah. And Shoemaker picked up right where he left off last year before getting hurt. Dominated his start too. So someone I'm definitely keeping an eye on. And then the last one is my boy Steven Matz. If he could stay healthy, his new curve looked pretty decent. So we got to see. He made some pitch mix changes last year, and it looks like he might be staying on par with it. So we got to see what happens with him as well. Couple names.
No, definitely interesting names. What are your thoughts on Homer Bailey? Did you look a lot into him before the year? Because I know he was kind of
I can't remember off the top of my head what I found, but I did find something interesting on him, and he was someone that I was gonna try and watch this year. He's pitching today, or did he pitch already?
He's pitching right now. He's 5 2/3, 4 2/3, 2 earned runs given up. I think one was this inning, maybe 2 of them this inning.
How many Ks?
I can look up the box score real quick while you talk about him though.
Well, the problem is I don't remember off the top of my head what
4 Ks.
4 Ks, okay. Nothing crazy there. I mean, I can't look it up. It'll take me too long. He made a change as well second half of the year. I thought it was a little interesting. Nothing that I don't expect big things from him at all, honestly. But something I saw some things that I was like, okay, he could probably be a really good or decent, streaming option with the right opponent.
I got you. All right. Yeah.
It is not Robbie Ray.
I think the Cardinals are actually a team to stream against. They're
Robbie Ray. Sorry.
I like Robbie Ray.
Robbie Ray was 5th.
This was fifth. Oh wow!
Unless he's asking me if we're watching Robbie Ray.
No, Robbie Ray's not pitching. I don't think. What are your
No,
thoughts
no,
on him,
I meant like watching him because of that mechanical
I was
change.
going to ask you about that. What are your thoughts? Because he was showing a little bit of stuff early, and then kind of lost it, like in the third, fourth inning.
Yeah, I'm not giving up yet. Again, it's one start. We all need to stop,
I think he
taking
needs
victory laps like Mike over here.
Well, Simione looked fantastic. Got out of some tight jams. Contact, and when he pitched the contact, because he was killing the zone. When he actually pitched the contact, it induced soft contact minus 2 hits that I saw. One deep double off with Abreu, and a
we know you went over this already.
Oh,
all right,
I love it. I stand so hard for Simione.
So in Robbie Ray's first start, he went 3.2 innings, 3 earned, 7 Ks, which, I feel like that's a typical Robbie Ray stat line. What you're looking at is the walks. He had 3 walks in just 3 innings. So, that's why he shortened it is, his, what's called his arm and his delivery. He shortened the path in it because he was trying to get more control and didn't really look like it as of yet. So we have to see. But I'm telling you, he's like the guy that everyone talks about. It's so true. He's kind of like Darvish. Darvish had a walk problem, but he fixed it. If he could fix the walk problem, Robbie Ray's going to be really good. So we got to keep an eye on him, see what he does there.
Carlos Correa just hit a solo shot. Sorry, I'm watching the Bueller start right now. And Bueller just gave a solo shot to Correa. I forgot what I was going to bring. Oh, in general, like how willing are you to wait on people early? Like, again, this is a shortened season. Normally we give it a month. Maybe you'll sit a guy here and there, but we don't really have time for a month. I'm thinking one more start, like cutting it in half. Give me 2 weeks. Like if you do like 2 bad starts,
I want to say 3.
You want to give them that long? That's a third of the season almost for pitchers.
Yeah, no, think about it. They're gonna get 3 starts in.
They're
basically 3 starts in 2 weeks.
I know, but they're going to get 12 starts in the year, roughly.
Okay.
So that's a fourth of the season for a pitcher.
Yeah, but you can't you still can't overreact.
Underreact,
unless you're seeing a ridiculous velocity drop or he's literally getting blown up. If one of your aces has a 4.5 ERA, 2 starts in, you gotta wait for the 3rd start. I know we got trigger happy Mike over here.
But you know what?
The Braves disagree.
I win.
You're not wrong there.
Fantastic comment, man. Oh, KP Wise. He's actually in our chat.
He is in the Discord chat.
He's in the Discord. He's part of the community, and he's supporting us tonight. We appreciate it. But man, so you're obviously not so much with the quick trigger. I kind of am. Like a Dylan Cease, bye-bye. Like back end guys, not the high end guys. I go out and buy a Dylan Carlson. I go out and buy a what's his face for the White Sox. I'm blanking. Lucas Giolito. I'm thinking whatever. It doesn't matter what I'm thinking. I'm drinking. That's the problem. I'm not thinking. I'm drinking. But a guy like that, you go out and buy. But in all seriousness, other than that, it's like if they're like fringe, or Ohtani, I'm dropping them, dude. Like I hate to say it, but I'm dropping Ohtani. You know how much it hurts to say? The pitcher. I'm dropping the pitcher, Ohtani, not the hitter. If you have them separate, keep the hitter. If you have them together, keep the player because you need the hitter.
Don't drop the pitcher.
What are you gonna do with them?
Mike, you gotta wait. It's one start. You have to wait. I know the schedule is ridiculous, but at least wait, and maybe he throws a really good second game, and then you try and trade him.
But how many?
You can't drop a pitcher that you took in what?
You didn't
before the 10th round.
You didn't take him. You took him for either dual eligibility or the pitcher was, if they were separate, you took the pitcher very late. I'm talking about if they're separate. You drop.
No, I know. I feel like he went earlier than that.
I got him for like $2 in an auction. I mean, maybe that's why I'm more biased. Like I'm really cheap, but no. As the pitcher, no, just because the reason why you're looking at it, if you looked at ADP. If you look at David Doctor, you're a principal, aren't you? You're a principal. You're something like that. Principal, I'm so sorry I forgot. But you should know to moderate these things, not to encourage them, Mike. Come on.
We need to get Mike on here, by the way.
We do. We need to get all those guys on here. But anyway, which we'll figure that But
one day we'll do a podcast where we just let every guest, if they want, we'll just send the link in the chat, and then they can come on. We'll pop them in whenever we want.
well, you know what? 15 minutes left. I'm gonna just go do that. So you go ahead and you go.
Let's do it.
I don't know how to do it from the computer. Dang, I don't have Discord popped up it's only on my phone. I'll figure it out. Anyway, I forgot what we're talking about. So yeah, back to Ohtani. He's a drop for me, man. Even if he gets it together, what are we talking? 3 innings, 4 innings? Like, okay, cool. Then 3 or 4 innings next time. He's never. When's he gonna pitch 5 innings in a game in a month? I'm serious. I'm genuinely asking.
Rubik's. It's one star. Mike, it's one start. It is not a cop out. It's one start.
Oh man, this is so aggravating.
You know how many pitchers probably started horribly last year than one start? Or how about this year?
How many didn't have like 60-game season, and then he could even miss some?
Are you dropping Charlie Morton, Mike?
You're comparing.
He is a 13.5 ERA.
You realize what you're comparing, right? You're comparing the two. That it's ridiculous. You can't compare them. One was
why? Because he's coming off injury.
One was drafted in the 2nd round. One was like a 10th round pick or later, and one is coming off Tommy John. One just has a little bit of decreased velo, and still has his curveball. So yes, I'm not really.
So are you dropping Griffin Canning then?
Canning didn't look as bad, but I don't want. He pitched 4.2 innings, got 7 Ks. He just happened to give up 3 earned runs. If he got through the 5th inning, you wouldn't be asking me that question.
I think about last year, Matt's had that one horrible game, and then he had a really good second half after that.
Now you're comparing Matt to Ohtani. That's fair. I'm dropping Ohtani, but Matt now because Matt was really good.
All right. Well, I can't.
What? And the most impressive part is I just invited the crew. Join us if you're watching. I just managed to do it from my phone while talking because I'm really good at ADD and management. This is why I host this thing. If you want to come in, chat with us for the last 13 minutes, have at it. This is the perk of being part of our chat, actually. So if you join us, it's very cheap, actually. You give it away, basically, feels like, Mike. You join us, you want to come up and hang out with us, we can talk. And if not, that's fine, too.
In the meantime, let's ask my question again. Will anybody get this answer? All right. For a 3-year membership to SP Streamer, which gets you the Discord chat and a lot of other cool things, who had the 3rd highest swing strike percentage in 2017? It's obviously not a very obvious answer because obviously I wouldn't have picked it. What?
I said it's aggravating. Gio Gonzalez.
It is not Gio Gonzalez. I love that people actually aren't looking this up. I really appreciate that, by the way.
I'm going to Fangraphs right now, so you talk while I go to Fangraphs.
And it is not Chris Sale. I feel like a couple people have guessed him. Chris Sale was 4th. Someone guessed Kluber. Kluber was 1st. So it is not those two.
I want to guess, but I can't think of anybody from 2017 that was good, but weird, deceptively good.
It's actually a pretty baffling answer. When I saw it, I was pretty surprised, and that's why
I'm guessing there's nobody that's really around right now. 2017.
All right, we're getting towards the end, so I'm going to give a hint. I feel like Mike might get this. His main pitch, his best pitch, is a splitter.
Ohtani. That's 18.
And you need to stop guessing because if you get it right, I don't want you to fucking.
What do you do? You need to tell me I can't get it right.
So his best pitch is a splitter, and he was 3rd overall in swing strike percentage in 2017. If that helps anybody get it. Oh, Joe Barbuto got it. Obviously, the Yankee fan. It is Tanaka. Tanaka had a 15.1 swing strike percentage that year.
That
15.1.
Splitter had like a 30% swinging strike rate. It was crazy. I remember looking into it. I was like, "Whoa, a splitter would be dominant."
You know what? Now I want to see. Let's see that year.
The splitter was dominant. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous.
No, I don't doubt you. Of course, the Yankee fan gets it. Of course, it's Joe. Joe's gonna have to give it away. That year had a 23.7 swing strike percentage, and his slider had a 20.8 swing strike percentage. Talk about having 2 ridiculously good breaking balls.
Talk
That's
about
crazy.
fun. Do you have any hitter questions, Mike? I feel like
What
I've
did
been
he do
peppering
that
you.
year?
I
He
feel like I've
went.
been
Sorry,
peppering you.
I'm like
Go ahead.
looking at it. You want to know what's crazy? That year he pitched 170 innings. He had a 4.74 ERA.
How many Ks?
He had 194 Ks.
Jeez, there
He
you
had
go.
a
That was
25.8 Ks per K rate. That was the highest he's ever had. Pretty interesting. Do I have any hitter questions?
I was asking because I've been peppering you with pitcher questions, and can I just talk about my boy Kyle Lewis? Like, is that like allowed?
Yeah, man. I added him because of you, and it's working out pretty well.
Yeah, he's my guy. I mean, he has a 44.4% strikeout rate at the moment, but he also has a 16.7% walk rate. I don't look at rates yet because he's batting 400, 500, 800, exactly a triple slash on the year. I'm really upset none of our people are listening. But Brent wants to know how good was Severino swing strike. Didn't you mention he was 8th or something like that?
He was 11th with a 13.0 swing strike percentage.
Man, how good he could have been if he just can get right, not be hurt all every year. Anyway,
Joe Barbuto, if you're still listening, just do it as a giveaway on your Twitter or something.
and if not, you could talk to him afterwards because he is your brother-in-law. So, all right. So I obviously I've been looking at. Yeah, he definitely cheated. I've been looking at some of Lewis's stuff just out of curiosity because again, it's kind of I know it's early, but I gotta look at this guy and honestly, man, he's improved. Just like how much he chases the ball. I know he strikes out a lot, but he's cut so far. I mean, we're talking very small sample, but the guy has cut 10% off of his chase rate already. So his O swing's down 10%. So he's already being more selective at the plate. But because of that, it's almost like he's being too patient, and that's probably I gotta go look at his like called strikes because he's being very patient because his Z swing, which means his zone swing, and his overall swing rate are below league average as of right now. And league average right now is already pretty much league average of last year. It's pretty crazy how fast league averages regulate because they're really similar already. And his swinging strike rate is really, really high. So for somebody who doesn't swing a lot, it's almost like obviously he doesn't swing enough and then maybe he gets behind and chases. That's what I'm seeing from his plate discipline. And then when I looked at his Savant numbers earlier, he's they're all red right now because he's killing the ball. But the guy actually his launch angle's down a little bit, which would be concerning. But the ball just carries for him, man. He just hits it so hard that that's why I was going to say his line drive rate's probably astronomical, and it is. Right now, he's not hitting any ground balls, 14.3%. So even though his launch angle did dip just a little bit, you're still getting a guy who's putting the ball in the air 42.9% of the time and hitting 42.9% line drives. That will not sustain itself. But the fact that he's hitting more balls in the air already, that's why launch angle isn't the be all end all because his launch angle might be lower, but he still is getting the ball in the air more. That's all we care about. And line drives will lend itself to a really good batting average. And the guy is hitting like as much. We're talking 14.3% ground ball rate. He has 0 infield fly balls. So every ball that he's hit in the air is made it to the outfield. Stop looking so disinterested, Mike. Act like you can't.
I'm interested.
And his opposite field right now percentage is 57.1. So he's not even forcing the ball. He's not even trying to hit it hard. He's just hitting it where the pitchers are giving it, which is fantastic, which explains it. So if he has a more patient approach at the plate right now, and he's hitting it to all fields, and actually more specifically opposite field because that's pitchers are attacking away in the zone, we're looking at a guy who's maturing as a hitter. And that makes me more into buying in. It's too early to buy in truly, but the early trends kind of speak volumes. And because of the early trends, I'm actually more apt to buy into a player based on early trends right now than I usually would. And I'm trying to find anything to hold on to in terms of stats because we don't really have much to go off of. You know what I mean? It's kind of annoying. Yeah. So I'm just taking what I can get and going with it. I think he actually might have walked in the first. No, Kyle Lewis got a hit in the first inning. Look at that. He got a base hit. There we go. I'll take it. He's just going to – I actually wanted to watch the at-bat, and I missed it. I just turned on the game. And he got a hit. I want to see what it was. But, man, the guy – and last night he went 2 for 4. And his home runs, guess what? They were off McCullers and Verlander. He's no slouch. This kid can smack. And if he's maturing as a hitter, watch out, dude. The guy, you can see I love hitters. I'm so excited. It looks like he got a single. I don't see a double. He snacks. Didn't you see my typo? He snacks.
He slaps.
No, he snacks.
Like the young kids say he slaps.
Well, no, I don't care about what young kids say. I'm getting old. I have 3 kids. But what I was gonna say is my new thing is snacks because I made a typo because that's all I ever do. But then people were like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, you know what? And someone actually said it, so I'm stealing it. But he's like, "Running backs eat and sluggers snack." I was like, "Oh, I got it. I like that." I'm like,
That's
"That's a
actually
t-shirt."
pretty funny.
Right? So
I
when
dig
so
it.
I can't. I wish I can give credits due on Twitter, but I tweet so much I lose track of who I talk to. But sluggers snack #snacking. Yeah, yeah. So that's happening. So yeah, Kyle Lewis is my guy.
Hashtag snacking.
So Kyle Lewis is snacking right now, man. He's just feasting out there. He's just nom 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 all day. So yeah, Kyle Lewis, man. My Kyle Lewis man. You can't, can you?
I think we need to go. I think we need to end this now.
We have 5 minutes though. You want to talk for 5 more minutes with me, buddy? Great show, gentlemen. Good night. Maybe you're right. Maybe we shouldn't force it. It's been a lot of fun, Mike. Before we get out of here, you know what? We'll spend a few minutes on our outros. You're doing a lot of work. I'm doing a lot of work. What are you doing? Where can they find it? All that good stuff. Obviously, I forgot to even introduce ourselves, so I forgot the Twitter part this time.
Yeah. So for those who don't know me, my name is Michael Simione. And no, you find me on Twitter at SPStreamer, website spstreamer.com. Basically every day I'm putting out an awesome streamer chart for all of you. I at this point I would just whatever I pick go opposite. But it's nice. We're finally getting to the point where I could start putting in stats so you guys could start kind of making your own decisions as well. Basically, what I'm doing is the research for you, just making it a lot easier instead of you having to go through different sites and blah, blah, blah. This will just give you all the info right in front of your face. You could say, okay, this is who I have out in my league and look at, who they're going against and what their stats have been lately and kind of picking who you want to stream if you do want to stream. So we got that going literally every single day. You could see it on Twitter, on my website. I also post on Reddit. And as we've been mentioning with our giveaway, we have a membership called SPS 24/7. Super cheap. Really cool, though. You get, if you have it into next year, obviously you get our draft kit every year. We have an awesome Discord chat where there's a bunch of different channels. One is streaming. So if you have any streaming questions for any league, we answer you right away. Talk about a bunch of things. We do live MAs. We're probably going to try and start doing some extra content for you for that grouping as well. So it's cool. It's growing, which is pretty exciting.
You're welcome. I just want to put that out there.
You don't get the credit. But yeah, so if you're into that kind of things, again, it's cheap. It's like $2 a month, or if you want to do the year, it's only $11, I think.
$11.
So it's really not bad.
I can't take it serious. I'm sorry.
As Mike just comments, Mike's part of it, and he's just saying the membership is no brainer, which is awesome. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. So that's everything that.
He said that because I'm in there, Mike. Just accept it.
What?
Says that because I'm in there. No, in all seriousness, it's a lot of fun. Mike and I, obviously, we built this rapport. We have a lot of fun. It goes way back, and it spills into this membership and then into this chat. We have a lot of fun. And Mike mentioned we're going to honestly be putting more effort into it and just kind of having more. And we put a lot of effort in when we run, but we're going to be having more fun, trying to make it a place you can come to escape and just talk baseball, fantasy, non-fantasy, and we actually just created a venting channel.
Yes, which is awesome.
Because we have all these players just kind of shitting the bed, and we're like, let's just vent. And so we have a venting channel that is honestly kind of the highlight of fun.
This way, when you hate everybody on your team because no one's playing well, you just go in there and rage in there, and then we all encourage it.
Yeah. Or we all try to one up each other. Well, that happened to you. I had nobody do this. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, Appreciate it, Mike, as always. And of course, you can find me on Twitter, Mike_Kurland. My big thing, my calling card. I found my niche. It took me like a year and a half of doing podcasting, writing. But check out lineup takeaways. My lineup takeaways. It's a hashtag right now. Hashtag lineup takeaways. You click on it. It'll take you to all of them from opening day till today. I've been doing them every single day. I go through and I sit there and I just literally look at every lineup, follow the trends, point them out to you. I'm very proud of this. I've gotten honestly, I'm very proud of this because I've had people reach out to me multiple times, like saying, "Hey, this is awesome," and I honestly just appreciate the support you guys give me. And we kind of made 3 minutes happen, Mike. So on that note, appreciate everybody listening as always. We'll see you guys again next week, and until then, we will talk to you soon. Thank you for joining us.